Hey there! In this video I am going to be ranking all 7 survivors in outcome memories from F to S, saying their strengths, their weaknesses, and the final ranking. Disclaimer: by the time this video is out, it will most likely be outdated due to v0.2 being released. I will most likely make an updated version in the future. But for now, enjoy the ranking! To start off we have Tails, a backline stunner with the abilities Laser Cannon and Glide. For Tails' strengths, he has the longest stun in the game, even more than Metal Sonic, plus his stun is ranged, so he can use it risk-free. And his Glide can get himself to crazy sniping and hiding spots, which makes the killer use an ability just to get to you. But his downside is the only killer in the game. 2011X is a great counter to Tails, being able to use charge to grab him while using Glide and using God's Trickery or Invis to avoid the cannon. Plus Tails is really map dependent, where on maps like Hill.GYM, he is a free kill. But on maps like You Can't Run, he is the biggest threat there. Overall I would give Tails a B, but he is getting huge changes in v0.2. So he will definitely improve by then. Next up is Sonic, a front/middle line stunner and support with the abilities Drop Dash and Peel Out. Sonic's Drop Dash has some crazy strengths, like the insane mobility it brings, being faster than 2011X in ranged mode, being invincible throughout its duration, hitting the killer 3 times, with your Drop Dash stunning it for the same duration as Metal Sonic. Okay, 5 seconds. And best of all, getting 10 dodge meter for every Drop Dash hit you land, making you invincible to all damage until you have no dodge left. And his ability Peel Out is the best ability in the game, being faster than legit everything in the game as of now, being able to pick up teammates and get them out of danger, and being a great way to counter God's Trickery, as Peel Out's wind-up is the same duration as God's Trickery, although his weaknesses make up for it, as Peel Out's long wind-up makes you very vulnerable if you have no dodge meter, either making you lose a life, or be one hit for the rest of the game. Plus if a Sonic has no dodge meter and his Drop Dash on cooldown, he has no way to properly get away or fight back without his team, even with his slightly above average speed, compared to the rest. And his biggest downside happens in Last Man Standing, where his passive, Guilt, makes him take 25% more damage, meaning if you're in a LMS with no dodge, you are cooked. But above average Sonic user can make a 2011X player want to quit. Overall I think Sonic is a S-rank character, being very punishing if you don't know what you're doing, but if you do, he is untouchable. Next up is Metal Sonic, being a frontline stunner with the abilities Destructive Charge and Self-Repair. For Metal strengths, Destructive Charge is the second longest stun in the game, being 4 seconds if you hold v0.1 the whole time, 5 seconds if you put him against a wall, and 6 if you time it correctly and do both versions of the stun at the same time. Charge also has great mobility, being faster than Sonic's Drop Dash and somewhat close to being as fast as Sonic's Peel Out. You can use this to grab the killer and drag them away from the killer, really helping anyone in danger. Metal also has a EXE indicator, beeping anytime the killer is somewhere near you, and also having a 50% damage reduction to all damage from X's, being an amazing tank. I don't really have much to say on self-repair, it's a very risk-reward type of heal, but being near Eggman or Tails makes this move a lot easier to use. But his downsides are very punishing. Even though Metal has a 175 max HP, you can only go to 150 to 157 with self-repair and only 165 in LMS. A very big downside for Metal Sonic is if he is hit during the wind-up of his charge or hit while healing. If this happens, he will take 42 damage, losing him a lot of health and being an easy target. But the biggest downside for Metal Sonic is he only has 1 life. If Metal Sonic reaches 0 HP, he won't get downed. He will explode, making him an easy target in ranged mode and in general a pretty easy kill if there isn't a Eggman or Tails or they don't have the best team. Overall Metal Sonic is an amazing asset to the team, but he needs his team to back him up in his time of need, and if they don't, they lose their most powerful asset. I would say Metal Sonic is a tier character, a big risk-reward character, but with the right team, he is a menace. Next up is Knuckles, A frontline stunner with the abilities punch and counter with a notable passive of wall glide. Knuckles' strengths include having a 3 to 5 second stun, 3 with an instant punch, 4 with a slightly charged punch, and 5 with a fully charged punch, also slowing the killer down for a period due to the punch having a fire effect. A notable strength is his passive, wall glide, where if you jump on any wall, you will cling to it. Jumping again makes you jump off the wall and glide. You can cling to a wall 3 more times before it makes you fall, which creates amazing dodging and movement potential, even being able to dodge M1s if you miss your counter. Counter is a 3-second stun, which counters both charge and God's trickery, also ragdolling them for extra distance, making Knuckles insane if you are smart with your abilities, plus having the unstoppable passive, letting you stun the killer while he is already stunned, stunning him for longer. Sadly, both punch and counter are extremely predictable, as you can easily bait his counter with charge and dodge his punch with this and God's trickery. And his passive wall glide does not let you glide forever, making you fall at a certain time frame, which could get you killed or in more danger than you wanted, causing uneven damage upon yourself. Overall, I rate Knuckles at the tier right next to Metal Sonic. He is a very neutral character, having no insane buffs but no insane debuffs. Overall, a solid character. Next up is Eggman, a survivalist that has the abilities Energy Shield, Jetpack Boost, and a notable passive called Double Jump. For his strengths, he can easily get out of chase with his Jetpack Boost and pairing with Double Jump stacks with a boost, being amazing ability, and his Energy Shield can parry legitimately everything. Charge, God's trickery, everything, even being boosted from a 1-second stun to a 3-second stun in Last Man Standing. Sadly, you can't use shield and boost, but you can boost and shield. He also has the passive Metal Sonic support, making Metal Sonic's self-repair 7 health every half a second, helping a ton. Eggman doesn't have many weaknesses, all he has is you can bait his shield with charge just like Knuckles' counter, and if both abilities are on cooldown, you are extremely vulnerable and only having your double jump to juke. Overall, I would say Eggman is a tier character next to Knuckles. Next up is Cream, a support with the abilities Heal, Dash, and 2 notable passes, called Glide and Cheese. For her strengths, she is the only proper healer in the game, being the main way the team can regenerate their health, making them basically essential to the team. And her passive, Cheese, boosts this heal. If you have your Cheo, you will heal 10 HP every second you use heal, and heal 10 health to yourself, instead of 5 per second and 5 to yourself without Cheese. Cream also has some great mobility, as her dash can reach places the EXE can't, or enable your glide, letting you basically having a better and easier to use Knuckles glide. On maps like YCR and Not Perfect, Cream has insane looping potential due to the high ledges and abundance of springs, making her unkillable with a good team. And in LMS, she is a beast, her heal now turning into a self-heal, healing Cream from 5 HP. This can stack infinitely, meaning if you go into LMS with a good chunk of health, you will have a lot more by the end of it. Also in LMS, Cream gets 3 dodges of all attacks. This anomaly is 2011X if he tries to use charge on Cream while she has a dodge left. But her downsides are very big. If you were listening, you would notice I did not mention Cream having a stun. That's because she doesn't have one, meaning she has no way to defend herself if in a chase, and all she can do is dash, glide, and pray. This also makes her a very easy target, from the amount of benefits it would bring to the killer. Like no more proper healing and easy time. Another big downside is if Cream reaches below 30 HP on her first life, Cheese will permanently die, debuffing her healing to the 5 HP per second I mentioned earlier. Just like Tails, Cream is somewhat map dependent. On maps like Hill.GYM, it would be hard to find people who need healing, and a lot less spring and gliding looping spots. Unlike You Can't Run, with its insane spring loops Cream can pull off. Overall, it rate Cream a S tier, as much as the downside's scary. Having a healer on your team changes the odds of your victory a lot. And on the few times I've played Killer, a good Cream player makes me consider playing Dial Death instead. And last but definitely not least, we've got Amy Rose, a jack of all trades with the abilities Hammer Swing, Hammer Throw, and Reroll. Amy, in my opinion, is the best survivor in the whole of Outcome Memory so far. Here's why. Amy's long list of strengths include having both up close and far range stun, being able to heal herself and her teammates with a Sun card, being the same base speed as Sonic with a Tails card, having damage resistance plus speed with a Shadow card, being able to be the same speed as 2011X with a Tails and Shadow cards, having the easiest up close stun in the game, her hammer throw being able to stun while it has already stopped, having the shortest LMS in the game, having no debuffs in LMS, being able to be faster than 2011X with a Tails and Moon card if the Moon gives 15% speed boost, being able to see the killer in Invis with a Sonic card, having a variant in Hammer Swing, Hammer Bounce, which stuns longer and boosts you forward, and last but not least, in LMS, her Sun card gets stopped. Her debuffs only being having bad luck with cards, and having no buffs in LMS. My lord, is Amy broken? Even with a nerfs, Amy can be legitimately unstoppable, so I think you know where in putting Amy. Right into S tier. This is the final ranking. This video took way longer than I expected, but I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Have a good day, night, or whatever time.